Hello, this is Angela here, Three Gates instructor and volunteer coordinator with the August Volunteer Newsletter. So first we wanted to start off on behalf of all of the staff at Three Gates by saying a gigantic thank you to all of you who helped us complete the busiest summer that we have had to date. We had more programming and more volunteer needs than ever in our history, and we did it. Truly, our program exists because of the generosity of our volunteers giving their time and energy and talents, and we really struggle to find words to tell you how much we appreciate it. So on behalf of all of the staff, thank you, thank you. Also, double thank you to all of you who are joining us again this fall. We look forward to seeing you back. Our new session will start on September 18th, which is a Wednesday. We start in the middle of the week because we'll have off the Wednesday and Thursday of Thanksgiving. So if you haven't already, please visit our fall schedule sign up. Looks like Monday afternoons and evenings and Tuesday evenings, as well as Sunday afternoons are going to be the biggest need for volunteers. So if you know of anybody who's thinking of signing up, please spread the word. Also wanted to mention that we have a couple of mock lessons coming up on September 11th and September 14th. If you are someone who joined us mid-session in the summer or towards the end of the summer session, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to come out and practice some hands-on skills that we use in lessons. So we typically start with a short tour, show you where all the safety equipment is around the farm. We'll practice hands-on skills with the horses in the barn, and then a little bit of leading over in the arena. It takes about 2 hours. If you're interested, please reach out to me and I can get you the sign up for either of those dates. Couple of horse updates for you. First of all, our handsome Blue, who's pictured over on the right-hand side of your screen, unfortunately wasn't happy as a school horse, and so he has returned home to his owner, so you will not see him this fall. We are very appreciative of all that he offered to our program, but we also want to make sure that we listen to our horses, and he was giving us some very clear signs that this just wasn't quite a great fit for him. And then also Aurora is still at the farm, but she is now owned by a woman named Jenny, who is fantastic and a volunteer. And those two are just meant for each other. They're so perfect for each other. So we will occasionally be borrowing Aurora from Jenny to use for lessons. But if you see her used less in the program, that is probably why. And we are so happy that Jenny and her found each other. Third thing, Lily, the fantastic paint mare that we have that has the shape of an owl in her marking on the inside of her back leg. We're going to start calling her Lillian instead of Lily, because we already have Willie. And trust me, I taught a lesson with Willie and Lily in the same class, and it got a little tricky. So if you see her now being referred to as Lillian, that is the reason. And then lastly, Nigel and Ruby, just as an update, they're continuing to be horses that are considered in training. We have not used them for lessons yet, although you might see them occasionally walking in lessons, getting used to the sights and sounds of what's happening in the arena. The fall event, I forgot I put this picture up here. So we have an upcoming fall event, and I thought I would include this total throwback picture of me when I was about 15 years old. This was my favorite program horse ever. Billy was her name. Favorite program horse at the time, I should say. I've had a lot of them over the years. But anyways, we dressed up as a witch and a cat for the Halloween show that year. And I don't know why we got a red ribbon. It should be blue all the way. But I'll, try to figure out who the judge was and send them an email about that later. Anyways, this year on Friday, October 25th, a lot of the local schools have off, and so we thought it would be an awesome day to do a fall/Halloween celebration on the farm. So during the day, there will be trick-or-treating going on, where we will have horses, ponies, donkeys, everybody dressed up. well, everybody who will tolerate it, like poor Billy here. And then we'll have, the farm open to kiddos to come and trick or treat and visit different sponsors that have set up tables around the farm. So that should be an awesome time. And then in the evening, we'll have more activities for adults, like a band and a barn dance and a silent auction. So it's going to be a huge day and a huge event. And we definitely need some volunteer support. So not only on the day of the, event will we need, people to supervise the donkeys or hand out treats, but we will also need some help planning this event. So if you would be interested in helping us before the event even begins, helping us plan the details and execute the details, we would be very appreciative. What we are especially looking for right now is people with a real go-getter personality who would be willing to take a packet of information around town and visit local businesses and tell them about the event, ask them if they want to set up a table, sponsor the event, and of course we will provide you with bullet points to talk about and information to hand to them, but there's a certain type of personality that is comfortable in doing that and willing to do that. And if you are one of those people, please let us know. We would be super grateful to have you on board. So that is the upcoming fall event. Let me or Melissa in the office know if you have any questions. A couple tips for you for the month, real quick. Please always make sure to log your time when you visit the barn to volunteer. You can also include drive time. I'm not sure everybody is aware of that, but 2 reasons. Number one, if you ever need us to provide documentation of your hours, say for school, you need to hit a set number of community service hours. Those are the pages that we use to reference that, but also we use those numbers for writing grants because organizations like to know how many hours volunteers put into our program. So please log your time every time you're out at the barn and include drive time in there. And then second tip, if you haven't already, please follow Three Gaits on Facebook and join our Facebook group just for volunteers. So if you search Three Gaits Volunteers, you will see that we have a private group. I like to post things in there, volunteer opportunities or updates that I don't necessarily want out to all of the members that follow follow Three Gaits on Facebook. So if you're specifically a volunteer out at the barn, we'd really appreciate it if you are on Facebook and can join our group. And lastly, a couple of shout outs. On the left, you will see from Melissa, we've got some shout outs for the movie night on the farm that happened. She wanted to make sure to thank Cindy Frank for creating horsey pirate costumes for Captain Darren and Commodore Fitch. They were adorable. Kaylee and Paulina, thank you so much helping get set up for the event. Carla and Teresa for providing the backdrop, the props, the camera, and the equipment for the pirate photos. Karen and Jesse, thank you so much for helping with the food and fun items. And Jenny, and Anne, thank you so much for properly grooming and dressing the horses in the photo shoot. We really couldn't have done it all without you. And then on the right, we have a shout out from instructor Sandra. She would like to recognize Bridget O'Meara. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, saying that she is equally great with horses and students. I love having her in lessons. She does a fantastic job of mentoring new volunteers and interacting with riders. Thank you so much, Bridget. So keep up the good work. And as always, we appreciate every single one of you, but especially the shout outs this month. Thank you, thank you, thank you a million times over. So that is it for our update for August. As always, please feel free to reach out, volunteer@threegaits.org if I can help you with anything or if you have any questions. Thank you.